Well, good day everybody, and welcome to my channel Whisky Journey. Today I've got another single malt Scotch whisky review for you guys, and yes, I'm journeying back to Campbelltown and trying out the latest Springbank 12-year-old cask strength. Again, very lucky to have gotten a bottle of this one, guys. I just popped into the shop and they just happened to have it there on the shelf. I don't think I've had a Springbank 12 cask strength since the 2021 release, so it's been about 3 years since I've managed to even get a bottle of this. So I was so chuffed and so happy to have managed to get a bottle. It seems that luck seems to be on my side this year when it comes to some of the Springbank releases. Okay, so just a bit of information about this release then. So this was bottled on the 10th of September 2024, and cask makeup is 60% bourbon, 35% sherry, and 5% rum casks. So yeah, freshly opened. I have had a dram already, but I'm very excited to give you my thoughts on it. I will say and suggest that you definitely let this one sit in the glass for about 20 minutes or so, like I've done here. And as usual, guys, we'll just get straight into the tasting notes and see what we get on the latest batch of the Springbank 12-year-old. So on the nose first. I'm very happy to say the first note I get is apples, and Springbank 10, it reminds me of the Springbank 10. I get lots and lots of apples on the Springbank 10. This one definitely feels like caramel, yeah, caramel sort of apple, that sort of toffee apple sort of presence on the nose, definitely, and that kind of leads the way. I'm getting some vanilla too as well. There's definitely some dried fruit character here as well, so I'm definitely picking up some apricots. There's honey. There's a little bit of, definitely a little bit of earthiness as well, and some of that sort of Springbank funk. Definitely a little bit of manure, but very restrained, not very strong, but it's definitely there, and I pick it up. Underneath all those notes, definitely getting a mineral character, so chalkiness, definitely. And there's a hint of soot, that Campbelltown soot that I so love is there as well, but quite low, or light in the mix, definitely. But it is there. Honeycomb and that earthy quality definitely is starting to pick up and come out a lot more. It's beautiful. I love the earthiness that you get from this dram and many other Springbank drams that I've tried. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just have a taste then. I think I forgot to mention this is bottled at 56.2% ABV. Okay. Right, so on the palate. That's a powerful finish. Brine, smoked fish, chalky minerals, and subtle Campbelltown soot on the end, with fruits lingering as well in the background. Honey, quite honeyed as well. And that's just absolutely gorgeous. So the arrival is oily texture, mouth coating. You start out with all that sort of vanilla bourbon cask influence, so there's lots of vanilla that lead the way. Dried fruit character, most definitely. Apples, crisp apples, some pear, And as I said, that dry fruit character comes in, but it's mild, it's not that heavy. So for me personally, predominantly bourbon cask influence, definitely. And from what I can taste on first tasting, there is a little bit of red fruit character, maybe a hint of strawberry and some berries as well. There's a little bit of sourness that comes across as well and plays along with that vanilla sweetness as well. So again, much like their more aged expressions like the 15-year-old, definitely getting a little bit of playfulness with sweet and sour, most definitely. But then sort of mid-palate, it starts to become a little bit spicy. There's some spices there too, cloves, and then you get that maritime sort of influence. There's brine, smoked fish, and then it just trails off into that Campbelltown soot character, that sort of sooty peat nature that's quite subtle. It's not in your face. I think I got more peat or more of that smoky influence on the Springbank 10 Amontillado cask matured release on the end. But that's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful dram. And even now, sweetness definitely just lingers in the palate and on the finish, and that chalkiness, that minerality remains as well. Just a rich, robust dram in my opinion, and excellent release. I always look, well, I haven't had one, as I said, since 2021, but I always look forward to tasting the 12-year-old cask strength. It is one of my favorite expressions from Springbank, definitely, from the core range at least. Okay, so I've added a bit of water, so let's just see if the palate has, oh sorry, the nose has changed at all. So let's just have a wee nose. That beautiful toffee apple note remains, definitely. Meat, there's kind of a meatiness as well. It's difficult to describe, almost like cold meat, but I don't really know how to describe it. Definitely a sort of meaty quality to this. The briny note as well, that maritime influence is coming out a wee bit more as well. So definitely more brine on the nose. It's still getting that berry character. There's definitely a bit of sourness, more lemon coming out now as well. Bit of lime, limestone, minerals, chalk, and a bit of soot as well, that Campbelltown soot. I think the nose, for me, actually, just with a bit of water, has opened up a bit. It smells fresh, it smells fresher, it's more crisp on the nose, definitely. That sort of playfulness between the vanilla and sour notes from the lemon, definitely get that on the nose a bit more. So, in my opinion, you can add a bit of water to this one, and it definitely opens up a wee bit. Okay, so let's just try it now on the palate then, at its reduced strength. That's amazing. That is so juicy. Induces salivation. I think that bit of water has helped this a bit more. I mean, it tasted great at its full strength, but that bit of water has brought about a juicy quality just on the end. Juicy apples, citrus, there's some orange there too. Still retains its beautiful oily character. Vanilla, but you get that bit of sourness just on the sides of the tongue, a hit of lemon, salted lemon. As I said, oranges, apples, that just kind of all mixed beautifully together. The apples are sweet, juicy, as I've said already, just such a juiciness, juicy quality to this. And then, as I said before, mid-palate, a huge hit of that chalky minerality again, and that sooty nature definitely comes out a bit stronger in my opinion, just with that bit of water. Honeycomb, apricots, it's fruity, it's robust and rich. And now just lingering on the finish there, more of those minerals, more of that brine, that hit of smoked fish. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous dram, and I'm so glad that I've managed to get a bottle of this and actually revisit the Springbank 12-year-old, because as I say, I haven't had one since 2021, and I feel I kind of missed out. I didn't manage to get the first Springbank 12 from this year, so I can't compare, but this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Beautiful, beautiful dram, and I know it's very difficult to get hold of, but if you manage to get it at its retail price, I think it's well worth your time. Obviously, depending on which country you're in. I think in the UK, this was about 75 quid, which I'm more than happy to pay for that. Again, I'm not willing to pay secondary silly auction price, auction prices, silly prices in the hundreds of pounds. I'm just not willing to pay that. But if you manage to get it at that sort of price, 75 quid, absolutely get it, guys, because it is a great dram in my opinion, and will, in my opinion, get even better than it is just now as we go down the bottle and time, once it gets a bit more time to breathe as well. I mean, it's just great, just as it is just now. But I'm really surprised. I didn't expect it to be better with water, but in my opinion, just a few drops of water there, like I added, just opens that nose up, and the notes on the palate just become a bit more flavorful, which is weird because you'd think with it being watered down it would be less, but not in this case, in my opinion, guys. Okay guys, so that just about wraps things up for my review. So what do I think overall of this latest batch of the Springbank 12? Excellent, gorgeous, well worth your time. Okay guys, yeah, so guys, if you enjoy my content, then please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It's always appreciated. But as usual, folks, not much else to say except have a fantastic day, and I'll see all of you again soon. Take care. Cheers.